Okay. As far as y'all all know, as far as everyone in the world knows, the United States of America was a slave colony. Okay? A slave colony. All right? Just like Australia. And it was once governed by other people before it became a slave colony. Okay? Before certain things happened in other areas, and then uh migrants came over and started colonizing these regions over the governing bodies of these areas. That's what we know. It happened in Australia. It happened in America. This is what we know about history. But what we know for certain is that there was established rules of law, and there were rulers. We have images, we have proof of this, of different peoples who we now know as the Moors in these areas. Okay, we know this. This we know. We know this. We know this. In America, it was this way. In Australia, it was this way. Don't come to us and say it wasn't this way. The indigenous people of Australia are known as Maori. Don't come to us now, tell us, say they're not Moorish people. They're Maori. They know who they are. It's the same thing for the indigenous people of America. They're the same thing. Moors, Maori. Okay? They had established rules, laws, before the European came. And when I say European, I don't mean your white ass. I mean a different set of people, them, functioning under a, a, a different set of representations into America, okay? Which included your white ass. It included you. It included you more than the Moors did at the time, okay? But I don't mean your white ass. I mean just that you was included at all, okay? You was included. Whereas the Maori didn't include you in the same way. They didn't include you the same way because you were known as slaves. You were known to be slaves. So they had no reason to include you in the same way. But in Europe at the time, they were very forward, and they had many of you who were once slaves had been freed and established a part of families who had representation and was a part of other groups of peoples in the broader world who had come together and in the European established, okay, that they had the right by the papal bull to set up claim to lands as their inheritance by blood, by blood, by blood, by blood, by blood. And they had good claim. They said, this is by blood. Our family, we have the blood. We have the blood. Look, we have documents. Show. They said, what? Yes, this is by the blood. You can't say that we don't have claim. They said, well, okay, fine. You have claim. You can come and settle over that side. That's all. Thank you. But then, of course, you settle and you settle and you settle and you settle. And then you said, to your people, you said, we don't like to be here settled amongst you how you have it there set up. And you don't give us no taxation with no representation, right? And then you say, we don't want it. So then you went with the people here, the Maori people here, who had already set up things, and you asked them permission to help your ass set up your own government separate from them, right? That's what you do. And they said, sure, we could help you with that. I mean, if they're not treating you proper, you can be independent. That's how we were. This is a land for that, and you have the blood right to independence. And we'll show you how. And they help you set up your constitutional rights. And that was who you call them black people today. And I'm specifically referencing history here. That's who you call them black people did that for you today. Okay? And they do come from Africa. And the reason why they come from Africa is because the slave trade goes from America to Africa to China to the broader rest of the world, because that's the Silk Road. It goes this way, all the way through the Black Sea, all the way up into that area, and then come back down. So that's the travel route, okay? Just if you wonder. That's how they travel through the sea like that. Okay? And that was the transatlantic slave trade. All the way up there into India, all the way up in there into China, all the way up in there to Russia, to Europe, into America. Okay? That was the transatlantic slave trade. And that's why all of you are African American. That's why people started to recognize they have African relations. Many of the Bantu tribes are related, but also India. Very many of the Indian tribes are related to Bantu tribes. Many of the American tribes are related to Asiatic tribes. They are, because of this trade. Not only because of the trade, but because they're just related. They're just related. They've always been related. Always related. Okay? They're related to European too. Many Americans are related to Europeans. That's why it's so strange when y'all tell them, when y'all saying to the European, you're telling Europeans, you go back to your land because with the Native Americans are European. Native Americans are European. Understand? Yes. What? Yes. Native Americans are European, of course. What they look like. And that's your problem, because you want to keep establishing what a European is to be what a small group of people are who are Caucasian, who are white. White people come from Central Asia. That is already been established. They come from Central Asia and have been moved in as they moved into other regions of Europe, okay, as a part of slavery. As a part of slavery. Okay? They come from the Levant, from the Mediterranean, from Central Asia, from Middle East. That's where they come from. And they were transported as slaves into Europe. There they were freed and allowed to live and prosper amongst their people. That's where they come from. The same people, the same groups of genetics that make up their people and the American people. That's where they prospered. Okay? All right. You came here after a time and you tried to reestablish things in a new way. And now we're about to establish things in a new way again. That's what's about to happen now. And it's a pivotal time, very pivotal time, because, um, you know, I would say there are many things that I know that y'all are looking at, but close your eyes just a bit, because there are many things that y'all are looking at and you're seeing and you're saying, wow, look at all these things that can be done. But it's not things that you're looking at that is for you to do. So just close your eyes for a bit, because y'all looking at things none of your business, right? None of your business. And y'all have been doing that for a while, especially you Jews. Y'all keep looking at other people things and none of your business, right? And none of your business. And keep saying and seeing and saying, wow, look at this, you could do this and do this. That's not your fucking business, is it? Yeah, but you could shut the fuck up. That's none of your business what I could do. It's not for you to do. You understand? I know what the fuck I could do. It's for me to do, not you. That's the problem. You Jews doing that. You Jews seeing other people, what they can do, and thinking about what you can do. I need you to look in your direction and try to figure out what the fuck you could do about that shit. That's what I need you to do something about. That shit over there. Not my shit. You understand? Do something about that shit. You see that shit over there? Don't look, stop, because every time you look at Netanyahu, he looking over here. Don't look over here. Don't look at what we doing. You nosy. You see how nosy he is? Look at them, and you're gonna see how nosy they are. That's all they are. What they do? What they do now? Where they go? What they doing? Mind your fucking business. That's none of your business. You understand? What we can do is none of your fucking business. And when you start getting involved in other fucking people business and talking about what they could do this and they could do, you as one little man. You are one little man. You are a drop in the nothingness of this world. I take you up and drop you in this thing, you will seem like less than a fucking raindrop in the fucking ocean of what is humanity today. You are like nothing to them. Nothing. If I even drop you in time of it, if I drop you in the time of what is humanity, less than nothing. You is a fraction of a fraction's fraction of nothing. If I even drop you in the time of humanity. That's your significance. Nothing. Don't worry about what big people do. Big people gonna be doing. Y'all worrying about what other people got. Michael Jackson is. Don't worry about what Michael Jackson doing. Mind your fucking business. You harass that man to no ends. And he never fucking do anything. You harassing him. Now you act like they don't remember doing that. You don't remember you tried to destroy that man's life after everything he did. You don't remember Martin Luther King. Now they don't want to remember Martin Luther King or Malcolm X. These are important people for you to remember. That what they do is none of your fucking business. And you keep looking at them and saying, oh, look, you could do this and you could do that. You could do this and you could do that. Right, Obama? You could do this and you could do that. Now we can have a black president. Mind your motherfucking business, Jew. It's you Jews been doing this for a while now. Look, you can make this music. Look, you could do this. You could make this studio. You can mind your motherfucking business. I know what I can fucking do. I never ask you what the fuck I can do. The information that you privy to because of your skin tone had nothing to do with what the fuck you can do. It had to do with what other people already established and understood. And that's Maori. That's Maori knowledge. Hebrew. You know what a Hebrew is? Hebraic. You know what that is? What it means? Hebraic. It's a Hebrew, but it's really Hebraic. Ancient Arabic, basically. Ancient Arabic. Hebraic, they call it Hebraic. He was talking about these people, the Mao Zedong, the Maur. Okay? Ancient knowledge come from these tribes. They established, we know this, the Anunnaki. We know this, yes, we know this, the Anunnaki, before we didn't know. Now we know this, the Anunnaki symbolism that we found in the Mayan culture, in the Incan, in the Mayan, and the... Did you not see? We all see. Okay, that's Hebrew. That's Hebraic. It have nothing to do with you. It's called inherited knowledge. And the advanced form of it is Christianity, is Islam. These are advanced forms of Hebraic knowledges. That's the Kabbalah and the Talmud. These are advanced forms. advanced form of ancient Hebrew knowledges, made in a way for you to understand. Okay? All right. Established by royal dynasty and lineages, vastly more intelligent than any of your racist misrepresentations of them. Okay? That's all I'm going to say about it. Vastly more intelligent than your racist misrepresentations of them. And we know this because you can look them up at the Fayum mummies. Fayum mummy portraits. Go look up Fayum mummy portraits. You will see a vast representations of them that are going beyond, and there's royal families, going beyond royal families, going beyond, going beyond. Because look, I know that y'all recognize that Trump is not Trump, right? Because Biden is not Biden, right? You see how they're not themselves. A lot of who they are come get they give. Cause you can't. If you try to, don't try to talk to a bunch of people, and then me is included in who you talking to, and you think you gonna sound better than me talking. You not, you was not gonna do that. You was gonna pick up on something, and you was gonna recognize, oh, there's somebody in there though. Somebody there though. Somebody that no, oh no. Oh no, whoa, whoa, no. Something in this okay. Okay. You not, so as I'm saying, we come to a place now with the Fayum mummy portraits. You can see the misrepresentation of these peoples. You can go look it up. Y'all now want to show your ugly ass face. Do y'all know that y'all showing your faces not to look good, as opposed to these, because you're putting your face next to them. You're not trying to look better than them, or better than black people. You're trying to look better than white people. Do y'all know that? So, and it's weird because you white people don't do anything about it. Y'all watching like, oh, they could do that. They try to look better than you. Y'all just came about here. You understand? That's who they competing with. You're not competing with black people. Black people don't have nothing to compete. They don't have nothing to compete. Remember? Black people never do nothing. They don't have nothing to compete. So everything you've established to know of comes from your way of seeing, which is white. And who you trying to compete to see and make yourself look better than is not black people. You don't know nothing about black people. You don't know nothing. What do you know about black people? Exactly. See, you don't know nothing. All you know is about your misrepresentations of them as white people. And that's who you competing up against to look good, to look better than white people. You trying to look, yeah, they trying to look better than the best representations of who you have for your own sake, just to establish yourselves in the world. They trying to look better than those people, your own children. So it's a disrespect to my children because my children are light skinned. All my kids are light skinned. All my kids are light skinned. Because I'm light skinned. I'm a light skinned boy. A boy. All my kids will be light skinned. You see how I'm trying to practice this like this because he did do like a thing like this. I wanted to talk about political correctness a bit, because politics is such a strange thing, isn't it? When we're speaking to the people, I wanted to speak a bit about political correctness and establishing how we convey messages, but I'm going to talk about it later because I'm talking about something right now. I know who I'm talking to, so that's why I'm doing these little things. Understand something. Understand. Who is being misrepresented today? Who's being misrepresented today is white people. White people. Y'all are miseducated. And it's understandable. I have mercy upon the miseducated, the ignorant, the belligerent, the stupid, the dumb, the foolish, the fallen, the devil. He is my son. I told him not to do certain things. He still went and tried. He said he have a better way because the world is, he said the world is just not the way you said it should be. He said, no, it's not like that. I said, well, what do you mean? He said, it's not. That motherfucker's a piece of shit. I said, I know. I didn't I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I said I didn't make it that way. I said I didn't make it for that reason. He said, but I'm not sure, I'm not gonna work, I'm not gonna do shit for them. I'm not doing shit for them motherfuckers. I said, so what you want me to do? He said, what? I said, what you want me to do? He said, I'm not doing shit for them, I'm not fucking do it. I won't do it. I said, you have to. You have to. I said, no, I'm not.